Hi, and welcome to More Human, More Resources, the HR podcast for entrepreneurs. I'm Vicki Brown, your host and CEO of Vidamaneo Enterprises. As a serial entrepreneur, I understand that having the right expert help has been critical to my success. That's why I'm dedicated to telling you, in plain language, what's going on in the world of HR that might impact your business, and what you need to do about it, with real actionable tips to help you master that list of must-dos and grow your leadership muscle. First things first, the information contained in this podcast is provided for general purposes only and is not to be considered legal advice. Your decision to adopt or not adopt any practice or procedure mentioned in this podcast is solely yours, and we bear no responsibility for the outcome. We urge you to always consult legal counsel and other appropriate licensed professionals. And with that, let's get into the show. You're listening to Season 3, Episode 17. Hey there. So, you're having a little potluck in the conference room. Everyone is having a great time, and someone grabs their phone and does a few quick selfies to commemorate the fun. You love them and post them on your company Facebook page to show how much fun it is to work at your company. Oops, hold on there. Did you have permission to use those pictures? And I don't mean from the person who took the pictures. I mean from the people who are in the pictures. Well, in this episode, we'll chat about why it's important to get an employee's consent before using their photos or videos for social media, advertisements, and all that jazz. In the age of social media, brand management, and online advertising, it's really important to understand the legal implications around using your employee's face without their permission. Why? Well, because it can have some serious legal consequences. So first off, what is an employee's likeness? Well, it's anything from a photo, a video, a drawing, or even a GIF that shows someone's face or identity. I know we as employers use these images for marketing, promotions, training, etc. all the time. The problem is, using an employee's likeness without their permission can land you in some hot water. You see, the Supreme Court has recognized that states have the ability to designate something called a right of publicity. Now, the right of publicity protects an individual's economic interests to control the commercial value of their name and likeness, and to prevent unauthorized exploitation by other people. In simpler terms, if you don't have permission to use someone's face or name, you could be violating their rights. So, how can you make sure you're not crossing any legal lines? It's actually surprisingly easy. Just get written consent from your employees before using their likeness for commercial purposes. So, before you slap their face on your website, get written permission. But what if you already have a photo or video posted on your company's Instagram or Facebook page that features an ex-employee who didn't give you permission to use their likeness? Well, you might want to take it down. Otherwise, you could be violating that person's right of publicity. There are plenty of states, actually 25 of them, that have a specific statute protecting the use of an individual's persona for commercial purposes. For instance, Ohio's statute protects an individual's name, photograph, image, or likeness from being used for a commercial purpose, such as advertising or in connection with goods and services, without approval or consideration. This means companies need to be very careful about using the likeness of any employee in any commercial context. So it's a good idea to have clear policies in place that address the use of an employee's likeness. And it's not just about getting permission. Your policy should also be clear on how you plan to use their likeness, so everyone's on the same page. But what if you forget to get consent before using their photo or video for a marketing campaign? Well, don't panic. It happens to the best of us. In this case, it's best to take action quickly and get that consent right away. So, there you have it. Using your employee's likeness for commercial purposes can be a little bit tricky, but it's easy to avoid any issues by simply getting written consent from your employees before using their photos or videos. Remember, an employee's likeness is anything from a photo to a video to a GIF that shows someone's face or identity. And the right of publicity protects that individual's economic interests to control the commercial value of their name and likeness. So, make sure you have clear policies in place that address the use of an employee's likeness and a permission or authorization process. We found that the best way to cover yourself is to include a picture authorization form as part of the new hire documents. And just to make it easy on you, I've included a link to our template in the show notes. And if you forget to get permission, just make sure to take action quickly to get that consent before any trouble pops up. If you found this information helpful, please leave a review and tell a friend. Thanks for spending the time. Until next week, same time, same place.